Alright, so I've seen some comments on Steam about people trying to get over 4,000 RPM on the Steam Engine Simulator. Um, and it can be a little tricky. So this is my walkthrough as to how I do this. Um, and I will give detailed instructions from here. So I've currently reset my simulator, so that way I'm at the default settings. Oh, gotta resume. Duh. Okay, so here's the default settings right here. Everything is default. So the first thing you want to do, you go down to this A right here, and you want to spam click the hell out of this. Just keep clicking, clicking, clicking until it changes like this, and you got the pinnacle and the flywheel. This is hell mode. This gives you up to, I think it's 3,000 watts on heat instead of the default 1,000. It allows you to go much faster RPMs. So, alright, so we're here right now. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go and change some settings. Rotor mass, you want to take that down to as low as you can, which is 0.1 kilograms. Excitation is 0. Your clutch slip torque, max that bitch. Exhaust flow rate, max that. Piston mass, piston friction coefficient, flywheel mass, and valve leakage, you want those as low as you can get. Your blow by, take that all the way up. Insulation, you want all the way up. In water temperature, you want at 100 C. No contamination. Ambient temperature, 100 C. Ambient pressure, leave alone. You want that at 1 atmosphere. Smoothing and responsiveness, leave those alone. Okay, so we got all of those settings done. So now we have to go and look at all of our gauges and set where we want those markers at. You can click on a gauge and it will leave these details out. So I'm going to go through and do all of that. Let's see. There's that one too. Yeah. All right. So the first gauge I want the water level. I take that up to 80 cc's. And then the boiler pressure, this is the tricky one. This is the one that is going to make all the difference in the world. You want this one to set at 207.00, or as close as you can. Oops. I think it's at 207.1 where you start to lose water at maximum throttle. 207.303 is pretty good. I'll leave it there. Alright. So now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to back this up a little bit. Okay, hit the brake. Alright, go ahead and do that. And put this in 6.3. So it's gear 24. Put it in its highest gear ratio. And then over here on the feedback controller, set water level and turn master enable. And let this fill all the way up. I always let the pressure release off when I'm filling. It makes it fill a little bit faster. Once the water automatically turns off, you can close the pressure release valve and then turn on steam pressure and then turn it off. So you see it's going up to 3,000 watts. Now we're going to let this pressure go all the way up. It'll stop, I think it's around 1,250 approximately pounds of pressure. You can see, I mean, it stops right there at 350, but it's still climbing. And there it is. I mean, just shy of 1250. And that's when we open our throttle. And then we just let this go. Now you see, I'm going through my water. That's fine. Let it go. And you can see my generator RPM is through the friggin' roof. We're not concerned with that. We just wanted a little bit of a load on the engine. That's the whole reason I have the generator turning. It also helps, like when you go to shut the engine down, you can turn the excitation on and use the generator kind of like a regenerative brake. Helps it slow down quicker. So you can see, I just drained all my water and it's starting to fill, but my speed is still increasing. I'm at 92 psi, but my engine speed is still increasing. So keep it going, and I'm still filling. This will continue to fill so long as you are below 250 psi. It will continue to pump water into the boiler. But it's at the rate that's important. So that's why you want to I go by steam pressure. Once I get to where I'm going to equalize, you want to go by steam pressure, not by water temp. You want to go by water level, not by inlet flow rate. You'll see here shortly. So I've passed the 207 mark. I'm at 220 now on my pressure. So yeah, I'm going through the water. The water's being used. Even though I'm still pumping water in at, well, it's decreasing. And the water is cut off now because I'm over 250 psi. But my engine speed, 3,200 and climbing. I'll just keep this going. The throttle is full open. Reverser is at full forward. Brake disabled. So this is the second tank that I've gone through. But once this empties and it starts to fill again, I'll switch this, I'll turn steam pressure on. Steam pressure regulation on. Okay, so now I want to turn that on. And my motor speed, engine speed is still increasing. Slowly, but still increasing. So now my pressure's going back up, and then it's going to hover right around 207. You'll notice that when you start to see the heat coming off. Right there. So it's lowering the heat automatically to try to keep the pressure right around 207. Engine speed is still increasing. I am at 3920, 3930. Yeah. So it's still increasing. The best I've gotten is right around, I think 4109 and a decimal. So, yeah. 4,109 RPM is the max I've gotten with the generator being driven, even though it's not excited. I can get into the 4130s, almost 4140s, if I have the gearbox in neutral. So, alright, and you see here, right over here, my water level is increasing, and it's going to stop at 80 cc. There it goes. So now it's just maintaining the water level now. My pressure floating around 207-ish. I'm at 4102 and climbing. But using these settings around in here, like I said, making sure your insulation is full, the in-water temp and the ambient temp are at 100 C, no contamination, ambient pressure is at 1 atmosphere, blow by 100, exhaust flow rate 200, everything else min out, minimum, clutch slip torque 10 Newton meters. You will get over 4100 RPM. I'm at 4108 now, still climbing a little bit. It'll equalize right around the 4109 mark. But yeah, so that's how you do it. And I'm going to post this on my channel, and then I will try to post this in Steam. So hopefully you guys can see it and leave comments. But that is all. Well, let me go ahead and show you how I do my braking. Well, like when I want to finish. So the first thing I do, well, say I wanted to just run the generator, give it full rotor mass, cut the throttle, put it in neutral. I can cut that. Now the generator's still running. Let's see how many watts I put out. Just shy of 1450 watts. But if I want to stop it quick, put that rotor mass down low. Actually, I can do this. There you go. But that's it. That's how you achieve high RPM. I hope this helps, and have fun with your steam engine simulator. Till next time.